Good evening, everyone. I'm Rudy Trevino. Thank you so much for being with us. We begin tonight with breaking news. Hundreds of students in Kingsville and Alice will not be returning to school tomorrow or even next week due to a spike in COVID-19 cases at the campuses. 3 schools in Kingsville, Harrell, Memorial, and Gillette Intermediate, and all of the schools in Alice Independent School District will be closed tomorrow, October 22nd, through the end of the month. Our Bill Churchwell is following this developing story for us right now. He joins us live from outside one of the schools where there were confirmed cases today. Bill?
And parents of students who attend Memorial Middle School were notified that they could pick up their students early. Now, if you take a look right over here, parents of students at Harrell Elementary, right next door, received that call too. The schools are among the 3 total that the district had to temporarily close due to a spike in COVID cases in the district. That's according to Superintendent Dr. Sissy Reynolds Perez. Now, the third school is Gillette Intermediate. Here's what we know right now about the cases. 3 were confirmed at Memorial, 3 at Harrell Elementary, and 1 at Gillette. That's a total of 7 on-campus cases. Now, there was an additional case at H.M. King High School, but the student has been remote learning and has not been on campus. Students from the 3 schools will do remote learning while off campus, and students and staff from these 3 schools will return to campus on November 2nd. According to the superintendent, at this moment, their district's phase 3 will continue as planned on October 26th at all other KISD campuses. Now, we're told while the schools are closed, those campuses will be sprayed and disinfected. That is the very latest live here in Kingsville. I'm Bill Churchwell. Now back to you.
All right, thank you, Bill, for that. Over in Alice, all schools in that district also closed tonight due to concerns of the spread of COVID-19, according to administrators. Students at the William Adams Middle School and at Alice High School tested positive. At this point, it is unclear just how many students tested positive, but contact tracing shows that a significant number of students attended a large residential gathering back on October 17th and may have been exposed to someone with COVID-19. Schools will be suspending in-person learning until October 30th. Now, with us right now, and as Kingsville ISD sees an uptick in coronavirus cases across their school districts, health experts with the Nueces County COVID-19 Task Force say the spike in cases come from kids going back to school in person.
Well, you know, some of it is back to school, the face-to-face.
While the task force is based in Nueces County, they do monitor the spread of the coronavirus throughout the coastal bend. And even though cases remain relatively low in our area compared to other places in the state, Public Health Director Annette Rodriguez, as you heard, says her team is focusing on contact tracing and working to stop the spread of the virus as quickly as possible to help keep COVID-19 contained before the threat of an outbreak gets any closer.
Everybody's getting pandemic fatigue, so we just want to keep reminding people, don't give up the fight right now.
Although local health experts say the recent increase in numbers isn't as big as what other parts of the state are seeing, it is something that we need to keep our eye on as we enter a very busy fall season. With me right now is Dr. Serrani, who we often reach out to when things like this come up. Dr. Serrani, thank you so much for being with us today. Let's talk about this. We should be concerned or not as concerned. Tell us.
You know, the main thing is anytime when you have a little outbreak, you always need to be concerned. But the main thing is, as I always say, is our best defense is prevention. The main thing is we kind of had some cases. That means we need to go back and look at it, what that event was, who attended the event, whether the people were socially distancing themselves, they were wearing their masks. Because those are the key factors. If they were socially distancing themselves and they were wearing the cloth barrier or mask, that would actually limit the spread significantly less. But if that was an event where people were not following the physical distancing and not wearing the mask, that becomes a very challenge because those folks would be exposed. And then when they get exposed, a lot of the young kids, we know that they're asymptomatic carrier. They can actually go back to their home and they can pass this to their family, and then their family can go to the work and pass to their work colleague. This is how the infection is spread. If you recall, in Nueces County, we had a R0, or infection spread rate, of 8, and now we are down to close to 1.1. So I think good thing is the community transmission is low, but those are the super spreader event. We need to be very cautious. Simple things. We have to, follow the social distancing, wear the mask, and avoid the big gathering. And if you are having any cases, then you need to quarantine them. I think the school is doing a good job in trying to, get the kids away so that they can do the contact tracing, disinfect the schools, and then make sure that the cases has not gone farther. And the community need to speed up the testing, because that is how you're going to keep on finding the cases and then can do the contact traces and try to quarantine them.
So while we're all very tired of COVID and all these things that are happening right now, the pandemic is still with us, and the possibility of spreading is right there at your fingertips. It can happen at any time. All the more reason why we should take extra precautions and not let our guard down. Dr. Sarani, thank you so much for being with us today. Always grateful. Thank you.